Hey, Exotical darlings, this is Coco Exotical. Welcome back to the Big Back Ballads. Today we're going to talk about if your goal is to lose weight, move in silence to avoid sabotage. So let's get into it. So it's the beginning of the year and people have New Year's resolutions and goals that they want to accomplish at some point. One of those main goals for a lot of people is typically to lose weight. If your goal is to lose weight, please stop telling people about it. Seriously, because the same people cheering you on right now are going to be the first ones offering you pizza and cake when you're 3 weeks into it. Your biggest obstacle isn't your willpower, it's the people around you who benefit from you staying exactly where you are right now. Here's what happens. You decide that you're finally going to lose the weight, you're motivated, you're ready, so you announce it to people. You post about it, you tell your friends, your family, your coworkers. You're holding yourself accountable, right? You're creating a support system for yourself. Wrong. What you actually just did was paint a target on your bag, because the second you announce a major goal, especially weight loss, you activate something in people. Some people are genuinely going to support you, but other people are going to try to sabotage you. And the crazy part is that most of them don't even realize that they're doing it. So let's talk about why you need to move in silence, why some people are going to actively work against your success, and how to protect your goals from the people who love to smile in your face all the while secretly hoping that you'll fail. Announcing your goals and dreams before they're completed can actually hurt your success. Announcing your goals gives you a premature sense of accomplishment. When you tell people your goals, your brain gets a dopamine hit, which is the same reward that it would get from actually achieving the goal, right? So you get the satisfaction without actually doing the work. You told 10 people that you're planning to lose 10 pounds by March, and they all said, "Oh, good for you, I'm so happy for you," and your brain goes, mission accomplished. Except it's not. You haven't lost anything yet, you simply talked about it, right? This is what's called social reality, when sharing a goal makes it feel real before you've even put in any actual effort. It tricks your brain into thinking that you're further along than you actually are, which actually decreases your motivation to follow through. Oversharing about your weight loss goals invites opinions that you didn't even ask for. The second you announce a weight loss goal, all of a sudden everyone's a doctor and a nutritionist. Have you tried keto? Low carb isn't good for you. Your body needs carbs. I read that intermittent fasting isn't good for women. Are you sure you want to lose weight? You look fine. You don't need to work out more than twice a week. Just don't get too skinny. None of these people giving you unsolicited advice are experts in health or fitness. Most of them are simply projecting their own insecurities. But now their voices are in your head creating doubt, confusion, and decision fatigue before you've even started at all. Now you're second guessing your workout routine because Sarah told you that weightlifting is better than Pilates. Now you're overly focused on your protein and your macros because your sister swears that it's the fastest way to build muscle and lose fat. So now you're even more confused than you were before, right? Now let's talk about the people who are actively working against your success. And I'm not talking about the obvious haters. I'm talking about your so-called friends and family. For example, say you tell your family that you plan to lose 10 pounds by March. They all say that they're so proud of you, they're cheering you on, they support you 100%. Then 2 weeks later, your sister suggests going out for pizza. So you suggest a different restaurant so that you can stick to your plan. Now she gets all irritable. "Oh, come on, it's just one meal. You can start again tomorrow. You don't have to be so strict all the time." The next week, your other sister stops by with cupcakes from your favorite bakery. Then your mom starts making snide comments. "That's all you're eating? You need to eat, You've changed. You're no fun anymore." So what's happening here? Your discipline and your success is threatening their identity. If you've always been the big girl in the friend group, or if your entire family has always been big, then that's your role. That's your identity. You're the funny one, the non-threatening one, the one who can bond over how losing weight is impossible as you all sit around knocking back nachos and margaritas every weekend. It's comfortable. It's relatable. But now you're changing the script, right? You're actually losing weight. You're getting healthier. You're becoming more confident, and that terrifies them. Your transformation highlights their stagnation. If the both of you are unhappy with your weight and you're actually doing something about it while they're sitting around complaining and doing nothing to try to change themselves, then your progress is a mirror. It reflects back their own lack of effort, and they feel judged, even if you've never even said a word to them. So they try to sabotage you to keep you where you are. Because if you fail at your weight loss goals, then they don't have to confront their own bad choices. People like that benefit from you remaining insecure. Some people keep insecure friends around to make themselves feel better. If you're the big friend, then they're the slim friend by default. If you're always self-depreciating, then they feel more confident. Your insecurity helps to prop up their ego. So when you start losing weight, getting confident, and taking up space, then they lose their emotional crutch. And they'll do anything to try to put you back into your box, right? Misery loves company, and crabs love to pull each other back into the bucket. Just because if I'm stuck here, then you need to be stuck here too. Some people operate the same way with regard to weight loss. They're unhappy with their bodies, but they don't have their mind right and they're not ready to change, so they need you to stay unhappy too. Your success feels like abandonment to them, like you're leaving them behind, so they sabotage you to try to keep the dynamic intact. Thinness and fitness are a form of social currency, so when you lose weight, some women see it as a competition. You lost 15 pounds in a few months while they've been trying to lose the same 10 pounds for the past 3 years. In their mind, that means that you're winning, which means that they're losing. They're not happy for you, they're threatened by you. And that threat comes out as passive aggressive comments, unsolicited advice, or full on straight up sabotage, right? So, how do you lose weight without getting sabotaged before you even really started? Stop announcing your goals and just start. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need a cheerleading squad. You don't need to post a day one selfie. Just begin quietly, do the work, and show up for yourself, and let your results speak for themselves. When people eventually notice, you'll already be so far along their opinions won't be able to derail you anymore. Keep your circle small and intentional. You don't owe everyone access to your weight loss journey. If you need support, tell one trusted person, someone who's emotionally mature, who's done their own work, and who won't project their insecurities onto you. Not the friend who's always on a diet but never follows through so she never loses any weight. Not the family member who comments on everyone else's body and eating habits except for their own. Someone safe and someone trustworthy, right? Recognize sabotage when it's happening. Sabotage doesn't always look like hate. Sometimes it looks like fake concern. Are you sure you're eating enough? You're looking too thin. Don't be so obsessive about it. These comments are rarely about your health. They're about their own discomfort with your success in actually changing. Don't engage with them. Don't defend yourself. Simply smile and change the subject. When someone offers you food after you've already said no, simply say, "No, thank you, I'm good." Don't explain. Don't justify. The more you try to explain, the more they're going to push, right? Don't let guilt pull you off track. Saboteurs love to weaponize guilt. Oh, you never want to hang out anymore. Oh, you're too good for Pizza Fridays now. Oh, you're no fun since you started this whole diet thing. None of this is about you. It's about them. They're uncomfortable with you prioritizing yourself and actually achieving your goals. Don't apologize for that. You don't owe anyone access to your body or to your life choices. Prepare for the crabs in a bucket pullback. When you start making progress, some people are going to get more aggressive. They're going to start pointing out every single slip up that you make. They're going to start concern trolling you. Are you sure you're doing this the healthy way? You know that most people who diet gain it all back eventually. They're not worried about you. They're hoping that you'll fail so that they can feel better about not even trying. So recognize it when you see it. Protect your energy and distance yourself if you need to. Celebrate your wins privately. When you hit a milestone, you'll want to shout it from the rooftops, but don't. Celebrate with yourself. Buy yourself something nice. Acknowledge the work that you've done privately. But don't announce it publicly until you're so solid in your progress that external opinions can't even shake you. Because the second you post that progress pic, someone's going to have something negative to say. And if you're still early on in your journey, then that comment might be enough to derail you, right? Not everyone deserves to witness a play-by-play of your transformation. Some people will only ever see you as who you were. And when you try to evolve right in front of them, then they're going to resist it. They'll try to remind you of your old behaviors. Oh my gosh, remember when we used to eat a whole pizza together while binge watching Netflix? That was so much fun. I miss that. They're not being nostalgic. They're trying to pull you back into your reckless ways. So don't let them. Your transformation is not a performance. You don't need to document every single meal. You don't need to post every single workout. You don't need to justify your life choices to anyone who isn't in your body. You don't need anyone else's permission, approval, or validation to take care of yourself. Weight loss, or any goal really, is deeply personal, and when you make it public, you open yourself up to everyone else's projections, insecurities, and agendas. Some people are genuinely want to see you win, but other people are emotionally invested in you staying exactly where you are because your stagnation makes them feel comfortable with their own stagnation. Moving in silence isn't about being secretive, it's about being protected. It's about understanding that not everyone who smiles at you wants what's best for you. It's about recognizing that some people's concern is actually about control. It's knowing that the loudest supporters can become the quietest saboteurs the second your success makes them feel uncomfortable. And here's the thing, you don't owe anyone a front row seat to your personal journey. Let them find out when you're done. Let them be surprised. Let them ask, wait a minute, when did this happen? The last time I saw you, you were 50 pounds heavier. Let your results do the talking. Because by the time they notice, you'll be so far along, so solid in your progress, so confident in your choices that their opinions won't even matter anymore. You'll be living proof that moving in silence works, and they'll have to sit back and figure out how to live with that. So stop announcing and start doing. If you're losing weight, keep it between you, your mirror, and your journal. Do the work in silence. Show up, be consistent, protect your energy from saboteurs, concerned trolls, and fake supporters. And when people eventually notice the difference and ask you what changed, simply smile and say, I decided to stop talking about it and start being about it instead. Your goals don't need an audience, they need action. And the fewer people who know, the less they can interfere, right? So tell me about it. Has there ever been a time that someone tried to sabotage your goals? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.